Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to go to the Dark Room as Judas, Curse of the Labyrinth Cellar from the get-go, start of the conjoined transformation, and very little health to work with is a standard day in the life of this character. I kind of wanna go for Mother as well, but I don't know. I'll go whichever direction I feel like, I suppose, depending on how kind this first Excel floor decides to behave. Perhaps I'll make my decision based entirely around that. So far, it is a cellar, so there is going to be plenty of spiders. I don't love Demon Baby against exploding spider bombs, I suppose, but fair enough. Glaucoma. It has been showing up every single run, and this is no exception, so very nice, I suppose. And that concludes the items that we are going to get from our first two item rooms. So all in all, not super excited. Also, the boss room's here already, so let's just give that a shot. I believe this is a champion that's going to give me a soul heart afterwards, so if we just don't die, then things are looking alright. Yeah, alright. You know what? Occasionally, right? That's nice. Occasionally I have days where I can just do whatever I want and nothing really bad ever happens as any character, and I can get away with a lot of stuff. And then there's days like today where the recording just hasn't gone very well. It has been a lot of demise today. I mean, granted, one of them was with Jacob and Esau, which was yesterday's run, but then you got stuff like this where I just run into a spider, and occasionally you could think that on those days perhaps it's just better to just call it a day, try again another time, but time-wise that just doesn't really work for me, so you know what? We're just gonna make some progress towards those death achievements, which are like die 100 times or something like that. Golden Bomb, don't hate that. Could allow us to get into our secret room at least. But yeah, it's been a rough day. It's been a rough Isaac day for me, and I hope that even though I already lost the first soul heart that I've gotten in this particular run, that's gonna be the end of it, and that we're just gonna get good stuff from this point on. Because quite frankly, I don't love dying in this game. It's more fun when you make it to the end. With a golden bomb, I can at least go to that black heart though, so that's at least kind of nice. Provided I don't blow myself up, we are entirely in the right direction of victory, so that's entirely okay with me. Still a little tempted to go for Mother, but simultaneously, seeing as I just died in the basement into a boss that I feel like I shouldn't die to at this point. I mean, it's rare to die to a horseman. It just doesn't happen very frequently, but simultaneously, it happens, you know. Shouldn't worry about it too much. Shouldn't let that get me down. Can I bomb you just in time? There we go. Bombs are very capable of dealing with Pin. Also very capable of dealing with me. Apparently speed is my lowest stat so far, according to the consolation prize. Which surprises me a little bit, I suppose. I didn't expect that to be my lowest stat, but fair enough. There's a couple places where my secret room could be. There's a couple places where the super secret room could be. It is a very long floor. But this one was the most likely candidate for such and such. I don't mind that trinket, actually. It does at least give a chance of a planetarium, and kind of a higher one as well if I then also just skip the first item room. Which could be fun, depending on what remains in this floor. I mean, honestly, it's been a pretty safe floor, so I don't hate skipping my first item room and just... I'll get all the other ones, but at least I'll have a chance to go for planetarium, I suppose, so... Let's just do that. Let's for once just skip an item room, even though we're not going to the beast. It is technically possible to do that in runs where one does not go to the beast after all, so... Might as well change things up a little bit. Plus, we actually have a decent amount of health to work with right now, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. Maybe we won't get a planetarium, but... You know what? Even though I just said that I was having difficulty getting through my Isaac runs, I'm just gonna skip an item room just to spit fate in the face. And maybe we'll find some way to make it work. Let's just blow up all these pots for the sake of maybe a few extra coins. There's at least two. Not sure if there's any more, but Could be good. Yeah, only 2. But almost enough to buy an item at least. So if we get a particularly nice shop, then perhaps we can make use of that. I genuinely had the intention of going to Dross, and then I just jumped down immediately. So that is already boding well with my decision to skip an item room. But fair enough. We have a 30% chance of a planetarium for, well, somewhere between this floor and the womb. And I think with this trinket, the planetariums can spawn in the womb as well. So with some luck, we might get something at least. I mean, we've had the 90% chance 0 planetarium experience already, so perhaps we won't need to repeat that. This is a little awkward, but none of them are actually going directly towards me, so fair enough, I suppose. I'll just move on. I miss my golden bomb because, quite frankly, blowing things up is it's just a lot of fun, isn't it? Dr. Fetus, or... yeah, Dr. Fetus. I don't have Epic Fetus unlocked yet. Dr. Fetus would be nice as well, I suppose, but it has been a while since we've done a proper Dr. Fetus run. D7 is, yeah. I mean, it can probably technically be good. I wouldn't be surprised if you could, use it against Krampus. I've never actually tried to use D7 against Krampus. Also, I think if you have like a planetarium in the corpse and you use it there, then you end up with another planetarium item or something weird like that. There was some weird combination of events you could make happen with that, and it ended up being pretty good, obviously, with that. But, yeah. It's a very specific situation to land in, to be sure, so... I'm not sure if it specifically needed to be in the corpse. I think it had to be. Like, you had to basically kill Mom's heart, and then before going down into the corpse, I think it actually was, that then you would use a full card to teleport back onto the floor, and then if you use D7 in a planetarium, you'd get an item or something like that. It was like a whole thing. And then if you use it multiple times, you'd get multiple items or something like that. It was a whole experience. But yeah, that could be a good use for the D7. However, I think I would like to have the Book of Belial instead. Just for my own purposes. Also, since that present is on sale, I might as well just take that with me over here. Put it down, get some flight, no worries at all. Remember that golden bomb I wanted? This is a perfect substitute for the purposes that I was going to use it for. So all in all, not too terrible. Not too terrible indeed. We can go into our curse room for the price of 1 hit, which is not too bad either. And Lust is here, ready to give us the best pill in the game, I'm sure. Or the virus. I mean, the virus would be nice, actually. But I'm gonna assume it's... wow, alright, cool. That's a speed up. Don't hate that at all. That is Algis. We could technically use Algis to escape the curse room for free. However, perhaps not this time. Not sure where my super secret room is. I think there's a couple places where it could be. Where most likely would be the next room, like over here maybe. Alright, cool. Because it's so close to the shop and not quite close enough to the boss room. And also in these other places it was impossible because of all the pots and rocks and things. So that ended up working out. I definitely forgot about the pots and rocks and things, but it did end up working out in my favor, so fair enough, I suppose. Just gonna use Book of Belial. I might just go for Angel Rooms, you know, because it is just a nice and easy path to traverse with this character, I suppose. But should I go for Mother? I mean, it is a more interesting run, I suppose. Yeah. I have 1 key, so I could do it. 48-hour energy. Yeah, well, you know what, why not? We still need, that's like one of 2 things we still need to do with this character, so let's actually just take that path for once. And I can always change my mind halfway through anyway if it ends up just going terribly, so. Especially with a 30% chance of a planetarium, how can you have a bad run? I say as I immediately run into the first enemy that crosses my path. But that was just to use the virus, of course, so it still ends up being a good idea if you ask me. On this floor, we are going to have the Lost for a little bit, so we can just enter that curse room, technically for free, assuming we don't die in that room. Which I would never do as the Lost, of course, so that is going to end up wonderfully. Able or a mystery? I do love me a mystery. I think that's why my runs keep dying as well. I keep just going for random nonsense that I can't actually see what it is. And also because buckets get thrown at me and I wasn't even looking at the enemy. I was not aware that there was even an enemy over there that would have a bucket in their hands, but before you know it, the bucket was there and it was a problem of my own. So perhaps with that in mind, perhaps I shouldn't become the lost to go into my curse room, but instead just try to limit the amount of damage I'm going to take with my own shenaniganry. Speed down. I mean, we've gotten a lot of speed ups already, so that's ultimately not too terrible. Let's just check this out. Sharp key. It is I mean, it's 5 keys, and I can do this, because there was a tinted rock over there. So I don't hate that too much. Yeah, I have... Okay, yeah. I was confused about my Devil Deal chances, but then they went up again, but it was because I dropped the Book of Belial and then picked it up again. It was a whole thing. But I definitely already destroyed a shopkeeper on this floor, which was the main thing that was confusing me when the numbers kept going in different directions. But it's all good. It's all good. No worries. I don't like this room. I don't fully understand how to deal with it very well. It's a good thing I have flight now, but there's just a lot going on in this room, especially when all the enemies suddenly become legs. But all of these enemies can shoot tears as well when they start having the water come out of them like this, and it's just not a good time either. I think I'll just explore the rest of the floor just in case before doing the boss here, because, one, because of this, and I'm curious if there's like a coin beggar or something. I'd really like to maximize the chances of devil deals right now, just or angel rooms in this particular regard, just to make life a little bit easier on myself. But I guess it's not too surprising that this is the mirror room, so there wasn't that much left to explore. But let's check out the curse room. I have some regrets not going in there as a lost, but simultaneously I had no way to know that it was going to be that way. Also, the mirror room is almost next to the item room, so that is a very lucky deal right there. And that's Little Blub, who has killed me as the lost before, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I am just going to decide not to bother with that, I think. Just to make life as safe as possible. I could just use Algis, I guess, but... Although I actually don't hate that, just to use Algis or one more extra item. Because what else am I going to use Algis on anyway? Mother? Yeah, that would be it. That would be the thing I'd probably use it on. But if I weren't to use it on that, then yeah, consider that option. I could actually just use the sharp key to open this door, but it's already too late for that. So instead, I'm just gonna go. We got a health up from that boss at least, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for the boss, you know? I don't actually hate that idea too much. Feeling pretty safe over here as the lost. We haven't taken damage since the last time we fought that boss, so, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. This is just a whole bunch of great ideas. I've noticed the bucket. Incredible. Actually incredible. Oh my god. How? Okay, you know what? I think it's just... Let's just go to the dark room. Let's just not overcomplicate things, because quite frankly, I can't survive. I don't know what's happening with me today, but I am actually sort of impressed that I died to that right there. And quite frankly, I don't know what to do with myself, so we are just gonna take it easy. I thought, let's just have a nice and easy day, do a run as Judas and call it a die, yeah. That's where I went wrong. I said it weird and the game misunderstood me. And I said die by accident, and it caused my death. I think that's probably the most likely explanation of what is happening with this nightmare, because, quite frankly, I have no better explanation for what is currently occurring. But, you know, it's important to know that occasionally, you're just gonna have a bad Isaac day. And during a bad Isaac day, it is very likely that all things lead to death, unfortunately. Trying real hard to wrap my head around some of these rooms that I've done 100 times before, and for some reason my brain is doing some movements that I feel are not correct, but they are mostly getting me in the right direction. So if I can just keep up the mostly, at least, that would be ideal. The basement, of course, being a fairly horrendous place for this character in general. But it's not really been the place I've been dying the most, I suppose. I mean, there was with that Excel floor, but that was already so long ago in the video. No one remembers that. 60 minutes basement 1, you know, that's just how some basement 1s just take that long. Usually it's in a character called Tainted Cain specifically, but I mean, occasionally Judas needs 16 minutes to clear basement 1, and that's exactly the kind of day that we're having right now. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna try this. Oh, good. A free gray chest. For 1 bomb, so not exactly free, but you know, it was free enough. We have a soul heart, we're fighting the Duke of Flies. Not a very strong boss. We got 2 bombs if we really wanted to have an easy time with this, but quite frankly, Book of Belial destroys this boss, so no worries there. Grab the stapler for a little bit of extra damage, pretend that door at the top just isn't there, and move on. We watch as the loading screen tells us to have a good day. And with that energy, we're getting another burning basement with Curse of the Lost. But, you know, we got a damage up, and quite frankly, usually that's good enough to carry me onwards through the remainder of the run. And I'm gonna hope that today is one of those days. I think these poops usually die to Judas in 1 hit, but I feel like the damage up definitely doesn't hurt. So I don't hate that. We'll just check this out just in case. It is a cool one, and would you look at that? That's the coolest one available. 2 spiders inside a shopkeep. That's exactly the kind of stuff we need to survive this run. Could get that coin, I guess, if I really so desired, but that's really about it. Maybe you could drop Not Mr. Boom. Very nice. So far, the run is back on its scheduled destination, and that is just wonderful. It's like that sometimes. I think everyone's had a day like this while playing Isaac at some point where, you know, even the easiest parts of the game, which I would argue the basement's certainly not the easiest part of the game by any stretch of the imagination, but even the places you would visit the most during your Isaac playtime, which is the basement, I would argue, is just giving you a lot of trouble, and you know what? That's fine. It just means more content if you're happening to record it all. So it all in all, isn't that the meaning of all fun? Exactly. That is correct. It is. Very nice. Is there a key in the top right of this room? Because I actually wouldn't mind another key after that terrible 2-key room. I wouldn't mind getting a new one back. If this is bombs or key, that would be pretty great as well. It was a golden chest. I knew it was something key related. But it's not quite the key that I was hoping for, I suppose. I guess we got a tinted rock over there, so that could be good. Just making sure that just making sure that I don't get the inevitable bad trip in my hands right now, so I'm just leaving that pill in my hands until we find some way to guarantee that it isn't going to be terrible. It's kind of a weird floor layout. It is looping in on itself, as you may have noticed from that one fire that was destroyed in that room previously. Mostly just used as a kind of a beacon to make sure that I know that I've been there before, but also because it's very easy to destroy one flame and leave. And that's more likely what happened there. Big floor as well, just big rooms. I mean, Curse of the Lost usually is a little bit bigger than a regular floor, but still, this is getting huge. I don't care for it. But I suppose we hopefully we'll be finding our item room soon here at least. That is effectively a free bomb. Would have been nice to get a quarter there, but you know, you get what you can get. You know, it's been a while since I've done a silly run, but simultaneously, I don't know if today is the day where I should be doing that. Because it can so easily just all fall apart, but simultaneously, you know. After a ranged down pill as well, let's just go for it. Let's just have some fun. Let's not worry about stuff too much. Let's just use all the pills we can find. Let's get Ghost Pepper. And also get the enemies back, I guess. That is an awkward extra part of the D100, which I didn't used to do. But I did notice that little line in the description there that said it was going to do that. And I'm a little bit unhappy about that because it makes my silliness a little bit less frivolous. That's kind of neat, I suppose. Every 15 shots we're going to do that. So you can at least plan for it, I suppose, as well. If it's not obvious, I'm very lost. But okay, we found a way here. The Ghost Pepper is something that I'm tempted not to re-roll that much because it is quite strong. But, I mean, if we happen to be in an Angel Room and there's a key piece there and no real good Angel Room items, it could be interesting to see what could happen. You know, just have a little fun, not worry about life so much. That's a devil deal. I mean, I'm just not going to go in there. We're just going to keep on moving forward. Is this a bad choice? Almost certainly. On a day where I've died to everything? Oh, yes. But I'm hoping that at some point in this run, health will drop and that is going to make life a little bit safer on me. It hasn't happened just yet. It's been one soul heart so far. Also, that could be interesting if we find a golden key anywhere, but yeah, we'll see, I suppose. Our tear rate's pretty good right now with that thing we picked up in the previous boss room, so that's quite nice. Let's just not get hit by any more skeletons. Perhaps going to the secret room that's almost certainly over there. Maybe save myself a key by going into that secret room. That would actually be really nice if it is over there. The room seems to imply that it's there, and I have 9 bombs, so I might as well try, I guess. There we go. Very nice, very lovely. A lot of coins. Luck up coin in there as well, which is going to make the Ghost Pepper happen even more frequently. There is a ghost baby. Very cool. Bone heart. That's a little bit of extra safety right there. So far, this run is becoming very, very manageable. So it's about time that we change that very shortly. I really want to wait until an Angel Room, until I start using the D100 again, because quite frankly, this build is manageable, and I kind of appreciate a run where I can just play the game for once instead of dying to a random worm somewhere. But it is most commonly my own hubris that ends my run, so, you know, I suppose it's not the weirdest thing. The pills in this pill pool are not exactly what you want to be seeing either, but that's fine. There's a sack over there. We can enjoy retrovision for a little bit. At least it wasn't a horse pill, I suppose, so it should end any time now. Hopefully. God, Ghost Pepper is so strong. Especially if you can get a high luck build or something like that. With Perfection, we've seen it be very powerful with someone like the Lost as well. Probably should have bombed a little bit closer to that wall, but no, it's not there, really. Interesting. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? What do we do in this situation? I guess I should probably try and see if I can duplicate an Angel Room item. We've maximized the odds, so that's about as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it's right there, you know? Maybe there's like a cool angel statue over here that we can duplicate and then re-roll and then have a good time. I could have probably played that for a couple soul hearts as well, but don't worry about it. This is a quality choice that we're making. I wonder if BFF does anything special if you have 2 of them. Genuinely no idea, but I'm honestly more tempted that if we do get an Angel Room statue, or Angel Room, and it's like a Seraphim item or something like that, then we are so close to the Seraphim transformation already, and that would obviously be really nice. Wow, that, that Ghost Pepper happened just in time, because quite frankly this room is filled to the brim with enemies. But it's working out. There we go. Most of the enemies are dead, except for the ones that he's going to spawn, but that's fine. Could use a bomb, I suppose, but I think Ghost Pepper is more than capable of dealing with this. Come on, Angel Room. No. Okay. What would be the best to duplicate? I could go into my Curse Room, which could have a red chest, which could take me to the Angel Room as well. Would mean that I wouldn't be able to re-enter it and use D100 on anything, but that's ultimately fine, I suppose. I could use it on the golden and shiny chest. The holy chest, if you will. Alright, let's go with the silly plan, which is we're gonna use this heart. And we're gonna push it closer to the door. And then we can just take red heart damage instead of black heart damage. This is one of those strategies that you can do exactly 1 in a million times. So let's just try to make use of that. There we go. Alright, very nice. And let's just do this room as well while we're at it. Unfortunately, that one was rather empty. I'm hoping to get an item from the other chest at least. That would be ideal. I'll just open it a couple times here. We got a key back, so far so good. That's a troll bomb. And we can open it one more time with another troll bomb, but this time a bigger one. Once more. And ignore the fact that I'm fighting a bunch of enemies here right now. I'm clearly busy with something much more important, which is a glowy chest that's eating all of my keys. So, you know, good stuff, good stuff. Very nice. Very cool. And, yeah, ate up our last key without giving us anything. But we do have a large quantity of bombs now, so we do have that going for us. So that's nice. I could reroll or duplicate the item that is in my boss room, but that's not ideal because I'm honestly not sure what that would do. Would that just make me shoot really quick? I'm actually a little curious if it would have any effect at all. I should actually do this. Because it will definitely make one eye steer delay different the first time, but I don't know if it does it again the second time around. I'm just gonna take this as well because at least then the ghost baby is gonna do his best a little bit more. If we end up getting holy water, that's gonna be really powerful. That could be fun. Alright, so if we shoot now, it's all a little bit odd. Truth be told, no idea. I think also with that pencil, there's a good chance that the usual tear delay reduction doesn't happen because I think I'm only shooting from one eye anyway because of the pencil. So I'm not sure if that's the case, but I wouldn't be overly surprised if that is what's currently happening. Either way, my tear rate's pretty good right now, so I suppose that's alright. Would not mind just a bunch more luck and things. Probably should have just taken Diplopia instead of the D100 if I'm not actively planning to just re-roll all over the place, but you know, occasionally there's gonna come a point where I want to make a bad decision and I want to be able to have the bad decision die with me for those moments. So obviously we're just gonna take that. Very nice. That is a school bag. I mean, that would have been nice on the previous floor. But I still don't hate it here. Probably gonna end up being re-rolled, but still, you know, it's something. Wouldn't mind having these keys either. And let's go check out our secret room afterwards. Where only the greatest things wait for us. Which is one key, and using a donation machine can heal you or spawn a beggar. That's what karma does. I will definitely remember that for the remainder of my existence. And absolutely not forget about that. That is retrovision and a door I cannot open because I am lacking a coin. So, cool. 2 gold chests I cannot reach. 4 coins that I could reach with 1 bomb, which is tempting just because we don't have any right now. And a boss that will hopefully die fairly quickly. Give us some lard, perhaps? No. Also, I should probably be destroying every shopkeeper that I come across with these flames, huh? Because I don't think I've been doing that very well. But it probably doesn't matter too much. Curse room is a little tempting right now as well, but just not really have much health to spare, and I don't really want to bother with much more danger than what I'm going to put myself in once I start using that D100 again. So let's just leave that alone for now. We lost a run where we had the planetarium chance as well, so that's kind of unfortunate, I suppose. You know what? Let's just have it for a little bit. Make life a little bit simpler for a short period of time. Oh my god. Never mind. I am shooting, apparently, volleyballs, and as such, I will be having some interesting experience trying to hit with this. I mean, it still hits the enemies at roughly the same spot, but it's... it's not exactly what I was hoping for. I might actually genuinely just want to reroll this just because of this situation. Shouldn't have picked up that charge key yet. But, no, fair enough. Okay. I'm gonna take this for the black heart. I have 4 coins right now. And... ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, we got red stew. But our damage isn't going down. Huh. Okay. I see. That's a pretty good deal. I don't understand why that would happen, but I'll take it. Once again, as per usual. Because Cat of Ninetail would give us a damage up. Blood Clot I don't think increases your damage stat. Mom's Perfume doesn't. The hearts don't. And that's piercing, that's bigger tears, I believe is what that item is. So realistically, I should be having some extra damage from Red Stew and it should be going down, but it is not. So all in all, I'm just having a very normal run, I guess. Is that just what happens when you get Red Stew like that? Because I would not mind getting it forever then. That's going to be useful for the next floor. Yeah, I guess I could just buy the soul heart and then leave. That's really all I have left on this floor, I think. Sounds like a plan. I have entered my sacrifice room, so there's nothing waiting for me there. Cool. I no longer have my school bag, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to use much of that, but yeah. That is what happens when you use the D100. Not sure where my super secret room is. It could be all the way to the right, maybe? Yeah? Yeah. Have I tried that? I feel like I would have. It seems like a strange place not to try, in fact, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention or something. Yeah, it's not there. Over here, then, maybe? There's really not any other place where it could be, I think. Oh, that's a classic super secret room. Almost forgot that one existed. I haven't seen it in so long. Oh well. Pretty good stuff. Pretty nice things. Should remember that whole thing about donating to the donation machine being possible to spawn beggars. I guess I don't really have the keys for it right now, but or the coins for it. But that's really about it. Because that can increase my angel room and devil deal chances and such. So that could be useful. But yeah, my damage is really high right now. I don't think it's as high as what you would usually have when you pick up Red Stew, but it certainly seems to be higher than I feel like it should be right now, and well, quite frankly, I can appreciate that. That is Shoot the Whoop. Ordinarily a go-to item, but not this time, I feel. My movement speed is fairly dire, so I'm already sick of this run. Let's just change that. That's Dark Bum. Ooh, my tear rate is interesting. What's making my tear rate go up this much? I also have rockets, which I'm loving a bit less because I will hit myself with rockets every day of my existence. Can we get a second Shoot the Whoop like this? That could be fun. You probably could, you know? Huh. I wonder if you could just kill bosses like that and get a bunch of items that way. Would that work for boss rooms? Would that work for Krampus? So many questions suddenly. My damage is 6, which wasn't what it used to be, but my tier rate's about 1,000,000, and quite frankly, that's respectable. I'm surprised my trinket doesn't get re-rolled actually, but fair enough, I guess. Look, those rockets are what I have right now. And I remembered that time. Converter could be interesting, I suppose, just for the sake of getting lots of red hearts and then you're just using the bone arms for protection, but I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should. Oh boy. Didn't know those enemies showed up here. But yeah, there you go. That's the usual rocket experience. Instantly forgot about it. Yeah. It's the classic is what it is. Ooh, golden bomb. But not the good one. I'm drowsy. I'm kind of tempted to reroll this just because I don't love the whole rockets thing. I think that's gonna actually end up dealing so much damage to me that it's gonna be better to reroll it into whatever I could possibly get, but could be wrong. Yeah. It's a fun enough room to do twice. My movement speed is back to 0.8. Which is less ideal. I also kind of forgot about me having Dark Bum, and maybe I should have spent some time to get some hearts that way, but you know. It's either a choice between movement speed or every other stat, unfortunately, and it's not looking too much fun that way. Not loving it. Not loving it at all. Might reroll this build. It's not good enough. It's not doing what I need it to do. I need it to be ridiculous, and quite frankly, so far all we've gotten was really, really good. And that's not that's not good enough. I need it to be better than really, really good, you understand. I need to do one more room. So we can at least get an angel fight there. I didn't even check out my build really when I got it, but it's not that interesting, is it? There's a couple of good items. I'm surprised my speed is so low with what I have, but that's about it really. I'll take that red heart. I don't hate that trade. One bomb for one red heart. There's several batteries on the floor, so I could just play around for a bit. With relative safety. Like, I have effectively 3 rerolls at my disposal, assuming I don't get hit there. There you go. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna reroll this build once we pick up... Well, once we're in the angel room, because it's a 100% chance, and it's gonna take a while before we get to the point where we lose our angel room, so that's good. Just gonna check this place out real quick, just because there's a lot of space here. Secret room, super secret room might be next to the shop there, actually, so yeah. That's fine. Let's just put you... Oh, we have a ladder! How exciting. I've never been that excited about a ladder before. I'm just gonna let Robo Baby 2.0 do some of the work here because, quite frankly, I don't like this boss very much. It's a very easy to get hit by boss, this one is, and I don't love it. I kind of just walked into that one, admittedly, but eh. Alright, I need that, obviously. That's a damage up, but not an exciting one. I need you to shoot a tear at me. Thank you. Because it was looking a little dicey there. Let's see what happens. I'm curious what happens when you use the D100 after destroying an angel statue. Now that I am aware of what kind of things happen with the D100, I'm just curious what happens. I've never really done a D100 run since Repentance has come out, I guess, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. I assume it might resurrect the angel, which I'm not loving. But simultaneously, that might mean another key piece. Are you kidding me? I don't fully understand what happened there. Why did I teleport? That could be annoying if the door... Oh my god. Well, let's hope there were no good items in there because I somehow found a way to teleport by using the D100. I don't get it. I don't have any item that would teleport me. I don't have a trinket that would teleport me. Karma doesn't do that. That's mean. I don't... that's annoying. That's what you get, I suppose, but still. Ooh. Oh, chalky milk. Okay, that's not a worry. We have some sort of cool bubble around. Oh, we have Holy Mantle. That's alright. That's okay. It doesn't last very long, so that Eternal Heart right there probably cannot be gotten for free, but still. Also, we have Guillotine, and quite frankly, Guillotine will definitely kill a run, so we're just gonna get rid of this in a second. Come on. Because I cannot, for the life of me, aim with Guillotine. It is not gonna happen. So what we're gonna do is walk to that secret room and hope that this battery is gonna be the one. Yeah, I mean, my movement speed's 0.44, but my hope is there. And that's ultimately a fairly important part of the run as well. Does this just randomize your stats at this point? Like, that has to be what's happening here, right? That the D100 is randomizing my stats, because quite frankly, this is ridiculous. Alright, yeah, let's just go. No worries. I cannot imagine that there is an item that says my movement speed is 0.44 and that I have it right now. Oh, I have a map as well, that's nice. Algis, Ansus, and Soul of Isaac. I guess I'll just do that. And let's take this with us for a walk. Like, yeah, movement speed's horrendous, but I mean, the build's working. The build is effective. The build is doing what it needs to do. And ultimately, that's all I need from a build. There we go. The downside is that it feels like I'm playing a worse version of the tank challenge, where, quite frankly, movement is an unhappy experience. I mean, maybe we can get a speed up or something on this floor. Maybe I could just re-roll one more time just to see what happens. Which is going to be the more likely outcome of that sentence, but I mean, quite frankly, with a build this powerful, it's not like it's unwinnable. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like this movement. And therefore, we're just gonna do it again. There's a pill there. Don't know what pills I've tried. Oh. Apparently not bad trip. So that's good to know. And now we have tried it, so we're not gonna have to worry about that anymore. So that's nice. Wouldn't mind like some soul hearts, I suppose. So far we've gotten a couple of hearts, but not like a whole lot. Oh, that didn't hit me. Sure. Seems alright. I mean, it's a good item. But not quite what I want. I'll take that. I'll leave you alone for now. I'm gonna see what happens if I do this. Polyphemus. And, oh god, Ludovico. Yeah, that second part is not really that great. The first part is fun, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. Ghost Pepper's back. Ooh, and Tech 2? My damage is 3, but my flames are big. My health is pretty good. If I stand here for a moment, then eventually that shopkeeper's gonna die as well. There you go. Alright, I would call this a build. This seems perfectly reasonable. My tiers are extremely tiny, my tier rate's terrible, and occasionally I shoot a flame. I mean, that's really all you need to win at Isaac. So I'm feeling fairly confident. Tech 2 is actually being fairly helpful, I suppose, in a lot of ways, but perhaps I should look for a little bit more than what I currently have. Head of the Keeper. Good way to get money, at least, I suppose. I mean, it's a secret room, so let's just do that. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that, I think. I probably should have re-rolled one more time, because rock bottom is... well, it can be good. I don't think I've gotten myself in a situation where it's going to be anymore, but... if anything, this will probably help, right? Yeah, yeah, because it's just gonna cap my damage at that point. And it probably won't go up anymore unless I find another hallowed ground poop somewhere in my life, but I mean, technically that won't be impossible. It's very unlikely. But it just basically just recalculates your damage next time I pick up a damage item, and if it doesn't go up above hallowed ground, it's not, I mean, it's not going to go down, so that's nice, but I mean, they mostly make my tier rate go up, I guess, which is quite nice. But the damage up wouldn't have been terrible. If I reroll now, it's going to be horrendous, isn't it? Maybe I should just fight the boss real quick first before I get into real trouble. Fun to see rock bottom, though. I haven't actually... outside of Tainted Cane, I've not gotten rock bottom, I think, ever. So, you know, that's fun. We have flames, right? Yeah, we do. No need to use bombs on this. Unfortunately, no money. No anything. That's sad. But okay. Let's go fight a boss. Oh, yeah. I forgot we were all the way over here. Time flies when you're doing a run with D100 and haven't died in the first 3 floors. That's really when the time starts flying. When you can actually play the game for a while and have something going. Alright, so we were going to the dark room. If I use D100, I'm fairly sure I don't reroll the negative. So I think everyone can probably guess what's going to happen next. Which is, we're going to check this out. 1 golden chest, more like, yeah. We keep the negative. Our damage, ooh, cursed eye with shielded tears. That's exciting. Ooh, we have Death's List as well. We can actually just get some stat ups if we so desire. We can walk into spiky chests if we so desire. There's a lot of options. We have chaos as well, judging from my face, but I don't know. I don't see it. Yeah, we do have chaos. Okay. Go. This is a little bit awkward, but probably not impossible to manipulate a little bit. There we go. Look at that. No worry, we get a soul heart. Everything's good. Death's List is amazing. Death's List is actually really good if you actively go for it, but it is a bit of a pain for sure. Especially when flies kill enemies, I guess. There is that small bit of extra danger. We could just get another battery, that would be lovely, because I wouldn't mind just having a safe reroll every now and then. Well, that's not gonna happen. I mean, this enemy is gonna split up into several enemies, and it's like a whole thing anyway, so that's probably never going to happen anyway. You probably first, then you. I can see the skull appear. It's just hard to see it originally. Let's just do this. Ooh. That's fun. All the enemies were immediately in the center of the room. My tear rate's bad, but everything else is alright. Ooh, and we have the punch gloves. Let's use this for a minute. Yeah. It's such a silly item. It just shoots boxing gloves that make cartoon punch sounds. And quite frankly, what else do you need of an item? Let's just do that. Curious what would happen. Ooh, bookworm. That's nice. There we go. Pretty horrendous tier 8. Some cool books. A 1-up, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's kind of tempted to die with the 1-up just to heal up again. But let's just do this instead. High damage, high tier rate. There we go. Oh, and also butt bombs in a second, I think. Yeah, there you go. We have okay health. Yeah, I don't love the bombs though, so you know we're gonna have to re-roll this. I think this is just not safe. This is gonna get me exploded, and that would be terrible. So obviously we can't continue playing with this build. That would be utterly detrimental. I think I can get the battery with that Hangman card though, so that's good. Ooh, 2 soul hearts. I mean, I haven't been in health trouble for a while, so I think things are going a little bit better. My movement speed's horrendous again, but that's fine. Okay, so damage is a little on the low side. We have 99 bombs, but not really. We can see secret rooms now, so that's good. We don't have to use bombs for that. Oh, we have Spore Shot as well. That's kind of fun, I suppose. Your range down, bad trip, range down, and unidentified pill could be anything. That's pretty exciting. Very good, very nice. Anyway, I don't think this build is going to win against a boss on the womb, so I'm just going to see if I can re-roll it one more time. Could get that battery over there if really needed. That's actually not too terrible. Being able to go into secret rooms for free is actually kind of nice with my current bomb count, I suppose. Although if it's greed, then, well, as you can see, this build is just not very powerful. So, you know, it's fairly worth. Let's just do this real quick. That'll recharge my item. Emperor card. That'll at least allow me to run towards the boss a bit quicker if it ends up giving me a movement speed of 0 or something like that. So, you know, there's a little bit of extra safety with having the Emperor card being there. Very nice. This is not a bad build. I'm feeling kind of sad to re-roll this, but simultaneously, there's a battery right there, so we can just re-roll it again if it becomes really bad. But, you know, oh, hey. Surprised it didn't hit me, but I'll take it. There we go. Cursed Eye is there. All my stats are terrible, so... Not great. Not great. It's been better. Occasionally we shoot all sorts... Oh, we have Missing No! So, we're gonna re-roll our build regardless if we don't get rid of it. That's exciting. Can I re-roll Missing No? I'm actually not sure. That's an exciting experiment that we're going to learn from today. Let's just quickly grab that battery over there and then go back to the secret room. This originally was just, let's just do a run to somewhere, and then it became, ooh, it's not going very well, and now I'm just re-rolling every 3 seconds. Yeah, Missing No is here to stay, I think. Oh, that could be bad. That could be pretty rough. I mean, the wavy cap's here, so that's part of the mushroom transformation. Our build right now is okay, but it's definitely going to go away the moment we go to the next floor, so yeah, fair enough. First time we got Missing No, though, so that's exciting. I'm not sure if it's going to get rid of the thing there. If I don't attack, what happens with this boss? Actually, I'm not sure. Is this boss affected by me being invisible? I don't think it is, right? My movement speed is noticeably horrible. Okay, I'm surprised that missed. Let's just actually do some attacking here. Yeah, this movement speed is pretty rough. This is not gonna dodge anything, unfortunately, but it's pretty strong. I mean, it's just gonna go away the moment I go to the next floor, so that's probably not gonna be worthwhile. Similarly with this, I don't really need this. So, let's get that, and just be on our way. Let's see if we keep the D100 or not. We do. Okay, that's not too terrible then. I mean, build-wise, we're not in a great spot. We have the relic, which, well, build-wise we're actually fine because my health is amazing and things are dying, so in that regard it's not too terrible. But that's the only regard I'm calling it not terrible, that's all I'm saying. The whole, I'm probably not going to be dead soon thing. I mean, I guess that's a pretty important part, but still, it's not like, super relevant. You know. What do we got? Higher tier. Ooh, that's a lot of tiers. Oh, movement speed's maxed. Ooh, okay, this is looking more like it. No longer have the relic, unfortunately, but this might be the build. This might be the build for this floor, because we still have Missing No and no way to get rid of it, so it's just gonna re-roll at the end of it. But I'm okay with doing a floor like this, I think. Because quite frankly, all my stats are really high, and I can appreciate that. Or at least movement speed is. All the other ones are adequate, so, you know. I'd call that a win. I'm shooting a lot of tiers because of Cricket's body, I think I have, or something like that, yeah. So that's fun. All in all, this is going exactly as is planned. And I'm happy that we decided to do boss rushes Lazarus to get Missing No in our item pool, because otherwise, how would we have won this run? It would have been impossible. Winning a Dark Room 1, it has not been done by anyone, ever, I'm fairly sure. So, oh jeez. What items do I have? Just gonna quickly like recheck the items that I have, because I feel like the movement's being a little weird right now, but it's probably just me. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Don't want to deal with it. You know, I kind of want to reroll again. It's just gotten like a fun habit at this point. I kind of want to just keep going with my fun habit. I am gonna touch that. Even though it probably won't matter in the grand scheme of things of trying to get transformations, but... okay, my movement speed's a little worse. But I do have Zippy Zaps, and that's also fun. I didn't expect that fly to be here, though, it's a little bit more exciting than I'd imagined originally. Because I guess you just get all of the dice effects with D100 now, instead of just D6, D20, which is fair enough, I suppose. But I forget how many dice effects there actually are. It's working out, though. Let's just go like this for a bit. I did say that I wouldn't re-roll anymore, and then I did, and then I said it was a habit, and I was gonna do it again, but now, I don't know, I kind of like zaps. I like the item where the zappy happens and everyone dies, because it does make life a little bit simpler. Queen of Hearts? Yeah, alright. That's so many. That's so many hearts. I mean, and I guess it is the Queen of Hearts, but still, it's just a lot, you know? Once again, I will say that I am extremely lost in terms of where to go, but I think I'm going in the right direction, mostly. Oh, God. If this is not the right direction, then we're going to be on this floor for a while, because quite frankly, my attention has gone away after that second death, and it has not really come back. Okay, there we go. Cool. Just a couple zaps, nothing to worry about. All good times. Mother is really slow because of my cool flashlight. This is becoming a little bit troubling though, but I don't think the tears are actually gonna reach me, so it's alright. My tear rate's real bad, but at least I'm making cool circles of tears that I can't really walk through, so that's good. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we're almost done here. Let's just roll around here for a bit. I could just use bombs, I guess, because I do have Nancy bombs. No, I had Nancy bombs. I got rid of that. Oh, Angel Room and Delirium Portal. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do here, but oh god, I have Leo or Stompy. I mean, whatever I pick up here is gonna go away. But does that just happen now? Is that just a thing that happens in Angel Rooms or something? Because that really sucks. I don't care for that at all. I could go without that. Also, I think I know where I am, but quite frankly, I'm not 100% sure. If only I didn't do that with the lowest movement speed. But I need to look into that, because that's like really annoying. If that does happen every single time, because I don't want that to happen every single time. Because I want to reroll stuff. Right, I won't. It's weird though. Oh yeah, also I definitely don't know where I am. I said I fairly confidently, and I genuinely thought I did know where I was, but immediately walked into the wrong direction, and quite frankly haven't found my way since. But usually I take roughly the same path through floors, I do believe, so fair enough, I guess. I probably don't need karma anymore, right? Because this is... Oh, I can carry multiple trinkets, cool. This is probably the way. This is probably the way. Yeah, this actually does look like the way. I think after that's like a big room or something like that. Nope. But after this one, there's a big room. And then after this one, there really is a big room. Yeah, there you go. And then there's the boss room. I remembered the map perfectly. Flawlessly, without any difficulty. Also, the angel room's still open, so let's just check that out real quick. Oh, God. No, that does hurt a bit, doesn't it? Because they're both really good, and they're all gonna disappear the moment I go to the next floor. Unfortunate. Let's just take all these things, though, because at least they'll give me more items, and more is always better. Okay. Very nice, very good. Very standard. Please give me movement speed, at least, and some health. Yeah, this'll work. This'll get the job done. Very nice. Decent amount of damage. Decent tear rate. We got some flames. We got Ghost Pepper for the 100th time, I do believe. I think at this point you should pretty much just get a reward, I suppose, because that's a lot of Ghost Peppers that we've seen in this run. And I don't mind it. It's a nice item. It's very effective. Running out of soul hearts, though. We have a lot of red heart containers, but we're running fairly low on soul hearts at this point, so we do need to be a little careful. For if we get an R key, we might lose our devil deal. And that's ultimately the worst part about that, of course. Alright. Onwards we go. A little sad about that bone heart that's ultimately going to disappear, I think. We also lost one of our trinkets. It didn't so much re-roll it as it just made it go away, I guess. So, yeah, fair enough. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there it goes. Ultimately, that wasn't the biggest surprise that we were going to lose that Bone Heart, but still, it's always a little bit sad when it does happen, so... Definitely have a feeling about that whole experience. These are the ones that have the long range, so just leave out of their horizontal spaces. Or vertical, if that is the direction you are going at the time. Let's just open this as well. Ooh. Let's walk into a spike out of celebration. I'm keeping huge growth for a while now, and I could just use it against the lamb, I guess, if I keep it that long. We'll see what happens. I probably want to have D100 available for when we enter the next floor. Just to make sure if missing no is bad, then we can re-roll it. This flame will certainly have something. If you say it confidently enough, it's always true. And that's exactly what happened. Watch out for the bomb that I put on that thing myself. And we have arrived at Satan. I think this build can do it. I hope everyone else believes in me. I said previously that I wasn't going to bomb this anymore because I'd rather bomb the second phase, but I haven't really had that much luck with it. It's a little bit of a tricky timing, I feel, to actually get that done. Maybe that's why all the famous people who play this game don't do specifically that. But I don't know. I'm not gonna try and think about other players while playing this. It's too complicated of a game already, let alone when you add other people to the equation. Okay, one more floor to go, one more build. We have zaps, we have quad shot, we have multiple curse rooms, so that's fun. Pretty high damage. We got void, we got this, we got that, we got such and such. Guppy's eye. We had low health. Now we have more heart containers, but still not great health. Ooh, mark tears. I've been taught by a comment 100 years ago that you can just stop shooting mark tears by pressing control or right trigger. And I genuinely had no idea about that for the longest time. So I'm actually really happy to hear about that. Because it's so good. It's actually so useful to just stop shooting and like rearrange your aiming. It's actually so useful. So thank you very much for that comment on video number 6. When this run originally started and I said something bad about mark tears, or whichever number it was. I genuinely don't fully remember it, but it is really useful information to use this item a lot better, so definitely very happy about that information for sure. If I die now, I'm actually going to be fairly annoyed. I have messed around a lot, but quite frankly, my build isn't that great right now, and I'm a little concerned for sure. Like my health situation is fairly horrendous. The punching bag might actually help out a little bit here if I can kind of get used to it. If I'm aware of it, then that's probably good. I should actually, I'm actually just going to take this. Oh, I have a school bag. I wasn't actually aware. I just wanted it for the extra health because I have the heart containers but no way to fill them. But yeah, that works. Just shoot somewhere roughly in that direction. I kind of do want to get better with mark tears in general anyway, so... I don't mind actually getting a little bit of practice in. I don't like this though. Just gonna focus on that one and hope he doesn't shoot. Yeah. Come on, please die. He didn't die. He's going for the punching bag. No. Oh, it's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. My hubris. Oh god. Yeah, that's about right. Come on. Yeah, this build's terrible. I have huge growth, so I might actually end up making some use of that. I don't think it can be there, but I'm going to check it out anyway. There we go. Of course it's you. Alright, maybe there's some red hearts in here. I never anticipated this would be the run that's exciting, but yeah, fair enough. Oh god, right. That does happen. I keep forgetting about enemies returning. I just... Well. Do I have the energy to do one more? I'm just gonna give it a shot. Let's just make this one very standard. Let's just make this one very normal. I really wanted that run to win because I do like me a D100 run, and it has been so long since I've been able to do one. But that's occasionally you do just get garbage. And also, I really don't like that it respawns enemies now. It's such a terrible part of the item now. Because at least when you use it, when you used to use it, it at least gave you some time to think, like, okay, how am I going to use this item? And every time it just caught me off guard as well. That enemies suddenly spawned in the room again, and it just kept being horrible. I kept not being ready for it, because somehow it just kept leaving my mind, because I'm so used to it not doing that. Alright. But now, the D100 is out of our system. We can start doing a regular run again. And we're just gonna call this Judas Goes to the Dark Room. How long is the video? Oh, you know, 2 hours. That's just how it is. Sometimes you get a really long run to go to the dark room. It just happens to have several deaths in it because of your own hubris. That's how this game is played. Especially on a day like this where deaths are already aplenty. But you know, it's fine. It's on a weekend where I actually have some time anyway, so a run can fail here and there and it's not the end of the world, but it has been a bit of a silly one. It's been a little bit of a silly one this time around. Don't like this at all. Trying to get these to blow up on that top wall in the hope that there's a super secret? No. It could be here fairly reasonably. But it's not. Really? Okay, well that just leaves horrible places, I think, so let's just not bother. God, it's so weird to use Book of Belial as Judas. Usually you just re-roll your build 7 times and have a good time. It's a shame that we had so little health as well, and marked tears. It was really a lot of rough stuff all at the same time. Probably should have looked for my secret room and a soul heart at least, but I mean, it's been going pretty well. The last while has been going okay. That's pretty much a given, I think. Yeah, let's just get Book of Belial charged up. Then we can get that. If I can steal it, that would actually be a lot better, but... let's see, I suppose... with that many soul hearts, I should probably go for devil deals as well, just to at least check them. I feel like there's some potential there. If we could just do this run nice and quick, I wouldn't mind that. That's not nice and quick. Something's wrong. Ah well, it's a lot of protection at least, so I do appreciate that. These poops do not die in one hit to Judas usually, fair enough. Genuinely wasn't sure when I said that 17 hours ago, but apparently that is the case. Oh. Right. That's a thing. Y'all, it's been a while. It's been a long run. I'm making choices and it's all just very difficult. Okay? I'm just gonna stand on these spikes for a minute. Because ultimately this is more soul hearts. I would have liked it if there was a secret room next to this for sure, but man, it is what it is. Let me just use my D100 to just respawn these bosses in a second and create some more nonsense. Little Plum. I don't want to fight Little Plum in the challenge room, but unfortunately Little Plum only gives the Plum Flute in the boss room to my knowledge, so my deepest apologies, my friend. Got a key. Not bad. More soul hearts that we got than we lost, so that's also good. If we can get like a full card or something like that, that wouldn't be too terrible. I probably could have done the rest of the floor first instead of immediately going to the let's just get rid of all my soul hearts idea, but you know. Also the curse room has more, it has 2 soul hearts, so even if I don't find any way to teleport out of there, at least it'll still be beneficial to get those soul hearts, so that's fine, I guess. It's all good. It's all okay. Pretty easy floors. Man, basement is so much easier than the rest of the game when you have a terrible build at the end of it. Wasn't even really sure what that final build was, but it didn't seem like it was going to do that much damage, unfortunately. It had pretty tiny tiers, and that usually is an indicator of not the most damage in the world. Come on. I think that was... yeah, it was slightly too far away from the actual wall. Didn't look like it, but it was. Also could have just used that enemy, I guess, but yeah, fair enough. 3 coins. It's a low amount of money to enter a shop with, but I'm gonna do it anyway. At least there's a soul heart. So I'd call that worth. Where's my secret room? Oh, here? Yes. For another key. A stapler, sure. Decent damage. 7 damage. That's actually pretty high. I guess Judas also just has like an innate damage multiplier or something like that. And damage items become a little bit better because of that. That's a lot of health. I mean, I kind of have to at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take both. And then there's one more soul heart in my curse room. We have good damage, we have good speed, we have low tier rate, we have standard range. All in all, I'd consider this a run that ordinarily would be strong enough to make it to the dark room. However, on a day like today, where Judas has died in multiple places, in many different ways, perhaps I should look for item rooms. That's unfortunate. I've been doing the daily challenges just for fun lately as well, and I've just been trying to get through them fairly quickly. And usually, it doesn't go too bad. Like, usually going quick isn't that big of a deal. And I feel like today is not one of those days, or maybe recording this game is just a little cursed. I don't know if that really makes a big difference, but I guess when recording this and talking all the time, it does get a little bit distracting, and you can easily fall into some traps that you wouldn't if you were full focused playing the game. And that's what we're going to blame today for my weird runs. But having piercing tears and high damage is a pretty good way to fairly reliably make it somewhere. I can see forever means we're gonna check out this room. Very good. Couple of shopkeepers, sacrifice room, entry that is already... I thought it was a curse room for a second, but it clearly wasn't. But perhaps with what we have currently, we might actually just try to go a little bit quicker than ordinarily. Wouldn't mind like, oh, more keys, I guess. I thought this... I did not know that this became an item room item. I knew it was a secret room item. I guess maybe I just haven't seen it in a while. I don't know, but... in my mind, that's a secret room item, and I don't think I've ever seen it in an item room before. Or if they changed that for Repentance, or if that was just something I never stumbled across somehow. Both are possible. But yeah, now that we have a build that's seemingly sort of dependable, I would call this, let's just run for it. Let's just try and make it to the end. With 99 keys, I'm a little tempted to at least visit my shop, I suppose, but... other than that, I don't really have any big plans here. Might save the Book of Belial in case we get Krampus, but I don't know if I should. Yeah, let's go visit that shop just because I took several hits from not the most difficult enemies there, so let's just try and make life as easy as possible for myself, I suppose. Alright. Chaos? Arrowhawk? It's not the same. Not as good. It's a shame Chaos and Arrowwalk have the same card backs because, quite frankly, I prefer one over the other just a little bit. That one's gonna just get the Book of Belial. I mean, I could use a bomb, but my bomb count isn't that high. But this shouldn't take too long with this amount of damage. Provided he stops doing that, of course. That wasn't great. That's gonna ruin my speed and my damage a little bit, but you know, yeah, that's probably fine. Don't need to worry about speed or damage. Don't need that. We already have plenty of that. But simultaneously, I wouldn't mind finding like a temperance machine or a demon beggar or something like that to just put my health to half a red heart instead. That would be lovely. Perhaps we can... Alright. Maybe we'll find another devil deal and we'll be able to use some of these red hearts on them because quite frankly we're just getting health containers everywhere now. Which I guess is what happens when you take random pills all over the place, but still it is not quite according to plan. Didn't even mean to pick up that red heart, but you know, It's all fine. It doesn't really matter. We're in the caves. You can get away with everything in the caves, honestly, so... That's exactly what we'll be doing today. We're gonna get away with everything. And hopefully, it'll even work out. There we go. 2 more pills from 2 mushrooms. That seems pretty reasonable. Let's just clear this room before one of those is telepills, and I want to re-enter this room for some reason. Speed down. Good. Alright, exciting. So we're learning about our pill pool, and that's exciting. Let's go check out that curse room since my health is actually pretty okay right now. Cool. Spiders. Very nice. I don't know what to do with Arrow Walk. I kind of just want to use it randomly and then just call it a day, because it's not going to make me happy during a fight. It always just confuses me. That's just so many red hearts. Yeah, this actually, yeah, I don't hate it here just because skeletons are slightly annoying. But I'm definitely just not going to use it against the boss anywhere. I don't want to hold it for the remainder of the run either. But if we can find like a devil deal with 100 items inside it, that would just be lovely, because quite frankly, you got lots of them. Do you get that much speed from Arrow Walk? Huh. Interesting. I mean, at this point it's going to be fairly unlikely to get to the point where Babylon actually activates, but I'm curious to see if we can get away with this. And there we go. No worries. And we got a whole bunch of money now, so actually it was a really great idea to pick up 5 red heart containers on one floor. It's actually just very normal and reasonable what's happening here. Take that. I mean, we've been taking all the other ones. I'm drowsy, very nice. Could just do the rest of the floor, I suppose, but... Have we blown up a shopkeeper yet? I feel like we haven't. We had not. Good. Okay, well, in that case, that just probably just leaves the boss, really. I'm not sure why I went back for a key. I mean, it was in the same room, I suppose, but still, it did feel like walking back for it when I already have 1,000,000. Never know, maybe I need 1,000,001 keys. Maybe we'll find like a glowing chest in one of those devil deals. That's where they usually are. That's where they keep the holiest of chests, near the devil. Because he stole them. Because he's just a nasty little creature. And yet I'm going to give him all of my health, because quite frankly I want to have a silly build. And that's exactly how one gets a silly build, after all. But I'm going to end up seeing an item that I usually don't want and be like, yeah, I can probably survive that, and then scream at my hubris and call it a day. I mean, that is how this day has been going, I suppose, so... It would be according to what is currently planned. I could have probably placed a bomb and insta-kill them. Not sure how weak that boss is against bombs, but I have to assume fairly. Yeah, I'll take some of these. Do I want to get my health real low again? What do I want to do here? I'll take that, just for the sake of doing this and getting Maw of the Void. That's not bad. I'll take this. And we are going to Maw of the Void all over the place. I could have lowered my health again at that Temperance Machine. I just didn't want to walk back is really the main thing there. What's my time at now? 12 minutes? That's not too slow. I could probably get away with trying to steal from the boss rush. It's a little dark in here, but manageable. Not sure where my item room is. It is a room with a lot, or a floor with a lot of big rooms, so that's always exciting. Maw of the Void. I have become more fond of it as an attack option lately, because it does, quite frankly, destroy worlds. It is a decent attacking option. It's just that it doesn't give infinite black hearts anymore. And I do miss that a lot. It was a good time when that happened. It did make every single run with Maw of the Void a lot simpler, except when you were playing as the Lost, I guess. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to use these ghosts at least a little bit, but they are frequently in kind of awkward places, and also Maw of the Void is really my #1 priority with every single room. And walking into spikes, of course, but that's really my main priority of every room in the video game, so there is that to consider. But as you can see, this is a fairly effective way of dealing with my problems, outside of maybe my health issues that were mysteriously caused by spikes at some point, perhaps. But there's no way to know for sure. But also having some like enemies like that die before they can actually shoot tears, like that's just wonderful, because quite frankly they're just not very nice. They're not very friendly enemies, and they usually ruin my day. And having not to deal with rooms like that, it's just all good stuff. This boss almost dead already after one charge of this item because, well, it's just not that strong. But still, it's nice when things work out. There we go. Boss room's over there. Haven't found my item room yet. Just quickly gonna go look for that. Wouldn't be the strangest thing in the world if there's a secret room over here. One key beggar. I guess I could have given him a couple keys. I have 99. But you know, what if I need those keys? What if we get a whole bunch of stuff in the dark room and we have to open a whole bunch of chests after all? A not unlikely situation. I can see forever? Might get that. Oh my god, the thing's right in the middle, and that's exactly the place where I didn't want to walk. Yeah, I think I can get away with doing like this, right? That was so very wrong. Alright. Okay, fair enough. It's all fine. I can definitely see forever. Alright. Use one, take one. We'll have one for every floor in the game. Very good, very nice. Not sure where my super secret room is, but I wouldn't be overly surprised if it was like over here. Just because it was so far away from anything, but guess not. Maybe it's near the boss room then, but... Well, I've taken two full hearts of damage from those spikes already. It's just... just incredible. Alright, let's stop running into these spikes now. It's been fun, but perhaps it's time to end that shenaniganry. Just gonna check here for a super secret room. And it is over here. Just because it was close to the shop, I figured I should check it out. A lot of red hearts. Could probably destroy some of those flames and probably get at least one blue heart out of it, but man. We got what we need. This is a really big floor. For depths 1, this is actually pretty huge, but yeah. Fair enough. I guess I might as well take this. I don't have any familiars, but I don't have any trinkets either. So it doesn't seem too terrible. Sister's Viz. Don't hate that. Because would you look at that? Maw of the Void. Growth hormones. It's actually a pretty good build, all things considered. My health is getting a little low because I keep running into spikes, but other than that, my build itself is alright. It's dealing a lot of damage. Decent movement speed, all that good stuff. Please don't be mean. The ghost probably would have killed him without my assistance there, but it's good to make sure. Need to look for that fool card though, because I don't really want to do the boss rush. I just want to steal from it, if we can make it in time. Oh, Larry Jr. You're so fragile. A lot of skulls on this floor, but none with a cool little X on it so far. To my knowledge. One key. I'm willing to leave that alone this time. I no longer need it. I think I have enough keys, actually. I should actually use that. Also, we're just going to shoot all over the place now, so that's exciting. We're going to see if that's going to ruin my day, but, I mean, it doesn't have to. Stars card will allow me to go in there without taking any more damage than one hit, so that's nice. Stars card also means that we don't need to look for a fool card. Actually, I kind of prefer that, I think. So we're just going to do that instead. Black heart. Does this work? I think that actually... Did that kill one? I'm not sure. There was blood on the floor. So it might have. I'm actually not sure if that would actually kill an enemy before they would show up. I'm kind of tempted to try that a little bit more if I can actually react to them quickly enough in ordinary situations. So that could be good. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Actually, I'll play once. For a key? Always. Sad times. I'll take the half a heart. Don't hate that deal. Probably could have done that slower and without using a bomb, but you know... I don't got time for that. None of that nonsense for me, thank you. Cool. Yeah, just a bunch of nothing on this floor for the most part, right? I mean, moving box. Have I touched moving box ever? I'm actually not sure. I have now. That's all that matters there. Let's just quickly blow up a shopkeeper. There is the full card waiting for us over there. So we could grab that if we really wanted to, but we don't need to. Just in case I decide to suddenly do the boss rush anyway. Not using my Book of Belial. Not sure why I would decide that, but I probably had my reasons if I was going to. Let's just go here. Pencil's fun. Yeah. I didn't do the boss rush, did I? I don't think that's what doing the boss rush is. I'm fairly sure that's just going into the boss rush and then leaving immediately. I think those two are very different things, but I don't know. No one really knows these things for sure. It's hard to say. Still a little tempted by that curse room, though. And it is going to take a minute to walk all the way back and forth there just for the sake of saving 1/2 of a heart, but still. I'd rather have half a black heart remaining than no black heart remaining at the end of the day, and I think, as I nearly walked into those spikes, that I'd rather have this situation. I should probably destroy those skulls as well, actually. Boop, boop, nope. Terrible. Alright, well, we can't say we didn't try. Let's just move on. Onwards to the dark room. I'm genuinely surprised I didn't just pick up the Polaroid by accident at this stage, but you know, I'm gonna call that a win. That's it. Occasionally you need to make your own wins, and that's exactly what we're doing in this particular video. How am I only getting scarred wounds lately? I want to see non-scarred wounds. And I probably have, but you know, I only remember the bad times in the scarred wound rather than the good times in the non-scarred wounds because not as memorable. Oh. We got our key back from that. How nice. Ah, God. Very nice. Ghosts are actually really good. I should actually be using them rather than just walking into all the damage that I've been doing, but I mean, walking into damage is just a good time, isn't it? I could probably open that. I do have the keys for it. But what could I possibly get out of a golden chest that I can't get by sheer hoping for it randomly to get? So yeah, that's how that works. And that's why we're not opening that golden chest. I need to have all these keys available for the inevitable key beggar that's waiting for me in the secret room, in the dark room, you see. Or for the bombs or keys pill that I'll probably find somewhere at the worst possible moment. Just good stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. Come on. Please no spin, only destruction. Where is the ghost? Where is the ghost? Huh. Usually there's multiple. Hang on. Oh! Wow, I genuinely didn't see that. It's kind of hard to tell with these scarred room, I guess. It does look fairly similar. Not like extremely, but just enough to be slightly annoying for sure. Wouldn't have minded Head of the Keeper from that one, but you know, I'll forgive him. This time. But it still would have been nice to get Head of the Keeper over there, you know? At least we managed to destroy Shopkeeper for a little bit of extra Devil Deal chance, so we got that going for us. But it still would have been nice to get Head of the Keeper there, you know? Health down. Guess now we know what kind of pill that was. This might be a super secret room. Very nice. There's a lot of red hearts on this floor. I might actually bother with that because, quite frankly, my health is a little bit lower than I would want it to be. Let me think about that. I will come back for that. I'm gonna actually spend some time there, I think, because I wouldn't mind it. I've just given up on Book of Belial, I guess. I'm just not pressing that button anymore in my life. No real reason. Okay, so there's a lot of red hearts currently here. What a horrible night for a curse, am I right? We're just gonna do that a couple times here. Because quite frankly, that's a lot of red heart containers waiting for me, but I'd love to get like 1 or 2 more soul hearts or something like that. That'd be lovely. If not, then I wouldn't mind just having a lot of red hearts, I guess, but... God, really? Yeah, you know what, maybe we're going for plan B here, and we're just gonna leave with a lot of red hearts instead, because it's not doing anything for me right now. And actually, having a large quantity of health available isn't too bad. It's a shame about Horror Babylon for sure, but... At the end of the day, it's still... It's a lot of health. It's a little bit less movement speed and damage, but ultimately, I think my damage and movement speed is actually alright, so... Not really too concerned, I suppose, but still, it would have been nice if the confessional played along at least a little bit. And it's a shame. I'm gonna try one more time. It is what it is. You know what? Plan C. Got our heart back. They've just been putting the hearts in there, and I don't know what they've been doing afterwards, but... At least we got our heart back, so we got that going first. I'm getting a little tired from this run. Maybe because we've spent so long on it. I'm never too good at runs that last infinitely, and that's exactly what we've been doing here today. Soul of Bethany, that's a lot of wisps at least, so I'll take that.
Soul of Bethany.
Oh, we got an exploding one. That's exciting. Occasionally you get a non-blue flame, and it's a little bit different. Let's just move you over here. How is it always arrow walk? I mean, obviously it's been twice, but still, it's ridiculous is what it is. And I will not stand for it. There's a lot of things I will not be standing for after this run, I think. Libraries, I'm okay with, but all the other things, will not stand for those. Those I'm gonna carry the Bible with me. And I'll come back for the, any of those other books, really. I mean, Book of Shadows would be kind of nice to have, actually. My tier rate is bad. It is not a good tier rate. It's a good thing I had this mod of Void to carry me along, but still. Let's just blow you up. Very nice. Could do Hush, but I've already died to Hush once today as a different character, admittedly, but still I have died to Hush today, and the wound is still fresh. So I'd rather not. Thank you, Ghost. This is a big floor again. I wouldn't mind an end to this floor. Also note how I'm not commenting how this is not a scarred room. It's specifically when it is a scarred room that I'm willing to comment on my situation. But it does occasionally feel bad when you get that scarred room when you really don't want it. Boop! And that's why we carried the Bible. That's just... yeah, I think that's good. That is Horror Babylon. That is Abaddon for a little bit of extra damage. It turns all your red hearts that you still have into black hearts as well, so it ends up with a pretty decent health and damage situation. So, all in all, seemed like a good choice. I think I'll go with the Book of Shadows for the remainder of this run. And I'm hoping that that little bit of extra shielding will save me throughout the remainder. But I feel confident that this might be the one run that actually makes it to the end if we just play somewhat consistently like we've been doing so far. Might as well use that Book of Shadows every now and then. It is a pretty decent shield at the end of the day. Especially when combined with Maw the Void, it is nice and safe, so don't mind that. Don't like this. Yep. I was walking away from it, it just wasn't enough. Unfortunate. Well, we did a little bit of extra damage with that negative, so you know what? It was all planned. This is barely worth using Book of Shadows on, really. I mean, if we'd use Mob the Void more, then I probably would, but... against these bosses, I don't really want to, but simultaneously they're not that exciting. I mean, I immediately lost a flame the moment I said that, so... It's my hubris. I'd actually, yeah, used it in the corner there. Sun card, not as good as it once was. It would have been nice to get that on any other previous floor, but yeah, fair enough. It is what it is. At least the sun card will give us mapping on the next floor, so that's at least kind of nice. That's a lot of spiders. I don't want to deal with this. I just want to leave. Let's go to the next room. Oh, God. And I didn't quite charge Maw of the Void long enough, and then I had to wait for a little bit longer. But this was all a dead end. It's just a really, really long road. I don't want to deal with really, really long roads. Although at this point, I might as well just clear this room because most of them are dead at this stage. Maybe not that card though. I guess I could have just used the sun card here, but I actually don't hate being able to see where I have to go in the last floor here. Oh, health up. I mean it's a health down, but it's been turned into a health up obviously because we've seen that pill many times before, but it's a health up currently. Would that assist me? It might assist me on the next floor because we are going to get 4 devil deals. I might just take one of them. But I think I'd rather have the sun. And do a little bit of extra damage. And not worry about stuff too much. What a cool dead end that we found there. Oh well. At least we get to enjoy this build a little bit longer. And ultimately, isn't that the whole enjoyment of a build like this? Really getting to extend it as much as possible. Getting 2 coins and half a red heart out of a golden chest. And we won't have to feel too bad because our key count is so high. So ultimately, it's all coming together. That's not fun. That's not the laugh you want to hear when suddenly there's brimstone surrounding you. But fortunately, the hands decided to play nice. So in the end, it's all appreciated. Not sure if I've missed any tinted rocks on this floor, because quite frankly I can never really tell in the darkness, unfortunately. Oh jeez. But I'm just gonna hope that the answer to that question is a hopeful no. And if so, then you know what? It's fine. We don't need health if we have large quantities of shields. Look at him spin. The Void, it's so good. Use that Book of Shadows at this point, and then hope the foot comes down before I take the damage. There you go. And that's most of the fight already taken care of. Oh, nice. Very good. Very strong. Could have taken that health up pill to get a devil deal effectively for free here because I just traded in the health container for whatever lay here, but it's fine. It's probably nothing good here. Money equals power is, I guess, kind of okay, but all the other ones are not that great. Probably should have used sun before going into a room because, quite frankly, we know that it's not worth going into a big room like this if it's in the wrong direction. But you know what? We got plenty of ghost friends hidden away in this room to help us out through these troubling boss fights. And it arguably was in the right direction, so it's fine. It's all good. I'm actually just going to use Book of Shadows for this room. I feel like it's a lot more likely that I was going to get hit there than anywhere else, honestly. And then, you know, we get a room entirely filled with skeletons instead of just slightly, but still, it still feels a little bit less crowded than the other room was, so it's... Altogether, I don't hate my decision there. Very nice. A little bit of a shortcut through the secret room here, which of course has old little greed over here, but that's fine. We have Maw of the Void. A little tempted to get money equals power with the amount of money that we currently have, but probably not worth it. Ugh. I kind of want to have Book of Shadows available for the lamb fight, just to speed that up a little bit as well. And I feel like if we can just clear a couple rooms like this, then we're fine. If we find the adversary, I will definitely use it against that one, though. Like the double adversary room, I feel a little bit scared of that room still. But rooms like this, that's entirely okay. That one's scared by Abaddon. These two are scared by Abaddon. Did get hit by one of them, but you know what? It's all fine. It's all good. Wait for the first attack, then use the Book of Shadows. And just hope it works out. I think from the look of things, this might genuinely, actually, maybe be the one run that actually made it to the end. No, I would not like to do a victory lap. Thank you very much. We get the curved horn. That's actually a really good trinket, so I don't mind having that unlocked. Well, that was a pretty much flawless execution of trying to clear the dark room, I think. I don't think I've ever played better than this, so really this just example of gameplay prowess should probably go down to history books. Either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another one with a different character, probably recorded on a different day. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.